Homeowners feel a proposed zoning overhaul is being rushed by Knoxville city leaders.
Yeah, we're talking about Recode Knoxville. It aims to change what can be built on every piece of land in the city. Now, City Council set to vote tomorrow. On your side, WAT reporter Blake Stevens now talking to people not ready for Recode.
Sounds like these. And days like this, the smile on his daughter's face. It's why Michael Stenson moved to the Holston Hills neighborhood.
It's a beautiful community. I mean, it's quiet, it's calm. My neighbors are great people. And this is the kind of place that I see myself having a family, settling down, making memories.
He fears Recode threatens it all. It allows any homeowner with enough yard space to build an accessory dwelling unit, basically an extra 1 to 2 bedroom home on their lot. There are off-street parking rules and the owner has to live on the property. Stenson still thinks they should be allowed case by case, not for every lot.
What if it's a husband and wife that's living there while they're trying to get their feet back on the ground? You're going to double the density of this region of this neighborhood.
Planning Director Gerald Green saying Recode protects existing neighborhoods and does not radically change what can be built in them.
Every community wants progress, no community wants change, and Knoxville more so than most.
When Knox County grows, Knoxville grows. Data from the Boyd Center showing for every 10 people who move to the county, 3 of them move to the city. Knox County is expected to grow by nearly 5,000 people by the end of this year. That's 1,500 people coming to Knoxville. That same math showing Knoxville will pick up 24,000 people by 2040 and 45,000 more people by 2060. Where do we put all those people? Where do you put all those cars? Some city leaders believe Recode is the answer. The proposed zoning overhaul changes what builders can put along some of Knoxville's major roads. Recode opening up what can be built along places like Broadway, Magnolia, and Chapman Highway. Today, they're mostly commercial with a lot of parking. Recode would allow developers to build commercial or residential or both. They could build closer to the road. Certain new design standards coming with Recode. It allows a business or home, though, not compliant with new zoning rules to be grandfathered in. Danny Kirby is a broker and says many business owners are worried about Recode.
We ask, what's the hurry? This zoning ordinance has been in place for 50 years. It's produced a wonderful city that most would say is one of the best cities in the whole Southeast, if not America. And it was all done under the current zoning ordinance. The latest draft coming available just a couple weeks ago. Kirby doesn't believe city leaders have had enough time to consider every impact of Recode. Like the impact on drivers. Recode cutting 10% of required parking along some major roads and 30% for lots near a bus stop.
There's a lot of cities that don't have as much required parking as we have had in the past, and they get by and everything. It may impact your behaviors and where you go. Or you choose to ride your bike, or you walk, or you take a bus, or you take an Uber. I mean, you change how you get there. Councilwoman Lauren Ryder believes in some of Recode, but wants more time before voting.
Yeah, and that property will become more valuable as the year redevelops.
To Green, the choice is simple.
And do we want that national reputation that we look to the future, we're so scared of change that we go back to the mid-20th century?
Lee Hume doesn't mind looking to the future along our main corridors. Right now, his neighborhood is zoned to only allow single-family homes. They're going to an RN1 under Recode, which allows duplexes under special approval.
We've got a strong community, we believe in it. People are attracted to West Hills because of the way it is, and they buy into it, and houses sell quickly here because people want to move here. And all we want to do is we want to maintain what we have.
Now, some homeowners I spoke to fear this could mean an automatic increase in their property taxes. Now, Green telling me that's not going to happen because of a zoning change. They explain, unless you develop a property, invest money into it, that's not going to change just because of its zoning designation, guys.
So, Blake, is Recode likely to pass tomorrow?
Well, right now, y'all, I am counting 5 council members that are pulling for more time to make this decision. That doesn't mean they're against it. It just means they want more time to fully take a look at it.
All right, Blake, I know you'll stay on top of it. We appreciate it. And again, that vote is set for 3 tomorrow in the main assembly room of the City County building. Of course, we'll be there to let you know what happens.
And the best way to see how Recode impacts your home or business, find this story on our website, WATE.com. Click the As Seen on WATE section. There you can see where your home is zoned now and where it could go.